The Chinatown Cares program is a access program to continue supporting Chinese-speaking seniors in Chinatown and the downtown east side. The program started in March of 2020. We had been talking with community members who were concerned that a lot of the seniors were at higher risk of infection or potentially worse symptoms, and a lot of them had concerns about leaving their homes. So we designed the program to be able to support them in continuing to access fresh, culturally appropriate foods throughout the course of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We do grocery programs. We also do a lot of work on indigenous outreach. We do sovereignty. We not only doing harm reduction, but we also do tenant organizing. We're combining that two together. SRO stands for single room occupancies. SROs is probably the lowest level of housing. Many people call it like the defense line, the safe line before homelessness. Most of the tenants are Chinese or people of color and non-English speaking. We look into how the tenants and the elders in these buildings, how do they build their own support system, the challenges and solutions that they have found to navigate the public health or other public systems.
A lot of the marginalized community members in Chinatown face barriers of language access, but also affordability, access to technology, or even like just consistent access to technology can be quite difficult for a lot of the people living here, especially as we were seeing, vaccination information was coming out. It was so hard for seniors to get access to information in languages that they understood, and, just to be able to find the right people to be able to answer questions for them.
Since March, Vancouver Coastal Health start getting vaccines and start rolling out their vaccine plan. And we all know that a lot of the seniors having challenges to find those places. And obviously at that time, there were no language support or cultural safety approach. And then that's when we approached VCH after a lot of back and forth political tensions. And then we got our first Chinatown site-specific clinic at the end of March. And actually seeing younger folks coming in the communities, who speak their languages, that changed everything, because it just create a very cultural safe environment and build a lot of trust. And this trust is not just a one-time thing too. We do need this unity and solidarity for Chinatown in the future.
So at the clinic, we have a mix of VCH volunteers as well as volunteers coming from community groups. There's a lot of different roles, but the most important role is the language interpretation aspect of everything from registration to the actual vaccination with the nurses. Our volunteers are translating in the language that they need, whether that be Cantonese, Vietnamese, or Mandarin. A lot of seniors especially found that accessing the clinic locations that were already set were inaccessible for them. So what we found was really important was being able to provide that registration support so they could bypass some of those challenges that they were worried about. And then when they arrive at the clinic, it's people that they know in the community, so they feel safe and secure when getting their vaccine, and also the fact that all the information that's being provided to them is in the language that they speak and that they feel comfortable with.
今年咧已經就嚟接近90啦。我上一次打咗頭一次，咁啊今日第二次又話要打埋咁樣，咁咪嚟咯。最緊要嘅呢度打針啊，對你有益啊，又唔使錢啊，咁樣係應該嚟嘅啦。
Relationship building is so key to the success of both the grocery program and the vaccination clinics that happen in this neighborhood. For me, I got involved in the neighborhood because it just felt like a home in a way that I had never found in like a neighborhood and a space in a community before. And for a lot of people, I think it's also, seeing their own family members in like the elders and like wanting to be able to support them to really give back and care for our elders, especially as they get older, and to understand the community as kind of being like a family in that way. I think that's why there's so much energy and effort put towards that.
It's more than volunteering. It's about thinking about our relationships with our parents, with friends, with people around us. Community in nature itself is both exclusive and inclusive. And I think my role is to understand how different communities in Chinatown include or exclude different peoples, how to use harm reduction and trauma-informed approach to bring people and communities together. We need to look into the intersectionalities, and we need to learn more about different sectors of these communities. A very simplified way is to quickly build capacity and unity with different communities, like the way I talk about seniors, not generalizing them, but embracing the complexity, finding all these sectors in Chinatown and bring them together to fight developments and to find ways to get them to involve in community decision makings.